NYC fire guards, listen carefully. Getting your certificate of fitness is not the end of your responsibility. You can actually lose it. This is Industry Exams Plus, helping NYC security professionals study smarter, understand their certifications, and build stronger careers. FDNY maintains a public disciplinary list showing certificate of fitness holders who have been suspended, revoked, placed on probation, or otherwise disciplined. And yes, that includes people holding certifications such as F-01 and F-02. So if you studied, passed the exam, got your card, and now think you're good forever, this video is for you. Because your certificate of fitness isn't just another card that helps you qualify for a job. It comes with real responsibilities. Today we're talking about how to keep your certification, what FDNY expects from fire guards, and the kinds of mistakes that can put your certificate and possibly your job at risk. We're going to cover patrols, logbooks, fire hazards, emergency reporting, inspections, supervisors, and a few real-world situations every fire guard should understand. Welcome back to Industry Exams Plus. If you're working in NYC security or fire safety, or you're trying to get certified and move forward in the industry, subscribe. We cover FDNY certificates of fitness, practice questions, study guides, exam preparation, security career information, and real-world responsibilities. And you can visit industryexamsplus.com for more study resources and practice material. Now let's get into it. FDNY publishes something called the Discipline Companies and Certificate of Fitness Holders List. And when you look through it, you can see that disciplinary action against certificate of fitness holders is very real. The public record includes F-01 and F-02 holders receiving suspensions and revocations for different periods of time. Some actions last months. Some last a year. And there are even cases involving indefinite suspension. Now, we need to be careful here. The public disciplinary list doesn't necessarily tell us every detail of every investigation. So we're not going to make up stories about what a particular person did. But the larger lesson is clear. Passing your exam does not make your certificate of fitness untouchable. FDNY has enforcement authority. And if you fail to follow the responsibilities attached to your certificate, there can be consequences. Now think about the name. Certificate of Fitness. That means something. FDNY isn't simply saying you paid a fee and passed a test. The certificate represents that you demonstrated knowledge related to a particular fire safety responsibility. And that knowledge needs to translate into the real world. You need to know things like: where are the exits? What area are you responsible for? What system is impaired? Where are the extinguishers? Where are the pull stations? What are your emergency procedures? How often are you required to patrol? What are you required to document? And what do you do if you actually discover smoke or fire? That is where the real responsibility begins. FDNY's current F-02 material makes another important point. The department can deny, refuse to renew, suspend, or revoke a certificate of fitness for misconduct. That can include failing to properly perform your duties. It can also involve things like fraudulent statements, improper use or alteration of a certificate, cheating, impersonation, and compromising confidential exam material. So protect your credential. Don't alter cards. Don't let somebody else use your certificate. Don't use somebody else's. Don't cheat. And don't get involved with people claiming to sell secret FDNY exam questions. You want to pass because you actually understand the material. Because once you're working the job, an emergency doesn't come with 4 multiple choice answers. Now let's talk about F-02. F-02 is extremely common in NYC shelter security. But F-02 does not mean sit behind a desk all night and occasionally sign a piece of paper. Shelter fire guards have real patrol responsibilities. Shelter areas are supposed to be regularly patrolled. Fire guards need to identify and report hazards. They need to understand the alarm system and emergency procedures. They may need to assist occupants during drills and emergencies. And they need to maintain accurate records of their patrols. Imagine you're working overnight. Nothing has happened for hours. Your coworker says, "Don't bother doing the patrol. Just sign the log." Nobody checks. That is exactly the mentality you need to avoid. The purpose of the patrol isn't to create a signature. The signature documents the patrol. The patrol itself is the safety function. Conditions change. An exit could become blocked. A fire door could be propped open. Trash could accumulate. An alarm device could be damaged. An extinguisher could be moved. Smoke could develop somewhere that was completely fine an hour earlier. That's why you patrol. And that brings us to documentation. Your firewatch or patrol log is not meaningless paperwork. It creates a record of what you actually did. So here's a very simple rule. Don't document something you didn't do. If you conducted a patrol at 1 o'clock, document that patrol. If you found a problem, report it according to procedure and document what needs to be documented. But don't fill in hours of your log in advance. Imagine an incident happens at 2:15 in the morning and investigators discover that your log already shows patrols completed through 6 a.m. You do not want to be explaining that. Accurate records can protect the occupants, the building, and you. Now F-01 has another very important lesson. When you're assigned to perform a required fire watch because a fire protection system is impaired, your attention needs to be on that responsibility. You can't magically perform a proper patrol while also being physically stuck behind a front desk handling every visitor, every package, every phone call, and every other security duty. Imagine your supervisor says, "Stay at this desk for the next 4 hours." But you're also the person assigned to patrol the affected area. You need to respectfully raise that issue. Ask who is going to cover the desk while the required patrol is conducted. Your firewatch responsibility doesn't disappear because somebody gave you another task. Understand the duties attached to your certificate. Now, what are you actually looking for while you're on patrol? First, egress. Can people get out? Are hallways clear? Are exits blocked? Are stairways usable? Are boxes or furniture sitting in an exit path? Second, doors. Are fire doors operating properly? Are self-closing doors being held open? Third, ignition sources. Exposed wiring. Electrical problems. Unsafe smoking. Improper heat sources. Anything that could start a fire deserves attention. Fourth, combustible material. Trash and debris should not be accumulating where they create a hazard. Fifth, extinguishers and alarm equipment. Are they accessible? Is anything blocking the pull station? Has an extinguisher been moved or damaged? The point of your patrol is to notice changing conditions before they become an emergency. Now let's say you actually discover fire. This is where hesitation can become dangerous. If you're performing F-01 fire watch and discover a fire, the priority is emergency reporting. Call 911 without unnecessary delay. Activate the building alarm when appropriate and available. Then notify the appropriate responsible personnel and follow the site's emergency procedures. Do not spend 10 minutes walking around trying to find a manager while an active fire is developing. You have a fire. Report the fire. When emergency responders arrive, be ready to provide useful information. Where did you see the fire? What system is impaired? What area were you responsible for? What hazards did you observe? A knowledgeable fire guard can make a real difference during those first critical moments. Now let's talk about something that happens in the real world. Sometimes your supervisor may ask you to do something that conflicts with your firewatch responsibilities. That can put employees in a difficult position. I'm not telling you to start fighting with supervisors. I'm telling you to know your responsibilities and communicate professionally. If you're assigned a required fire watch and you're given another duty that makes the patrol impossible, respectfully raise the issue through the appropriate chain of command. Your certificate of fitness has your name attached to it. Understand what you're responsible for. And when you're unsure about an FDNY requirement, check current FDNY material instead of relying entirely on something somebody told you years ago. That's another important point. Don't assume an old PDF is automatically current. FDNY updates study materials and procedures. Use the most recent official material when preparing for an exam and when reviewing your responsibilities. The goal isn't just to pass once and forget everything. You need to maintain the knowledge necessary to perform the job. Now imagine FDNY walks into your building for an inspection. Are you ready? You don't want to be saying, "My certificate is somewhere at home. I don't know which floors I'm responsible for. Can I finish filling out my patrol log first?" You should know your assignment. You should have the required credential available as required. Your records should accurately reflect your activity. You should understand the area you're responsible for. You should understand your basic emergency procedures. And if you genuinely don't know something, don't invent an answer. Be professional. Be cooperative. And know the work you're certified to perform. Now let's do a quick real-world quiz. Scenario number 1. You're working F-02 at a shelter. Your last patrol was at midnight. It's now 2 in the morning. Your coworker says, "Nothing ever happens. Just sign the log." What do? You conduct the required patrol and document what actually happened. Scenario number 2. You're performing F-01 fire watch. Your manager tells you to stay behind the lobby desk for the next 4 hours. What should you immediately be thinking? Who is performing the required fire watch patrol? The assignment needs appropriate coverage. Scenario number 3. During patrol, you find boxes partially blocking an exit. Do you say that's housekeeping's problem and walk away? No. You recognize the hazard and follow the proper procedure to get it addressed and reported. Scenario number 4. You smell smoke and discover an active fire. Do you start searching the building for your supervisor first? No. An actual fire requires immediate emergency reporting. How many did you get right? Comment your score below. And here's the bigger career lesson. A certificate of fitness can open doors for you. F-02 can help you qualify for shelter positions. F-01 can make you useful for firewatch assignments. Other certifications and experience can eventually move you toward more specialized fire safety responsibilities. But your reputation matters just as much as the card. Employers want people they can trust. Don't become known as the person who sleeps through patrols. Don't falsify logs. Don't become the guard who can't explain what their own certificate requires. Become the person who notices the blocked exit. The person who catches a missing extinguisher. The person whose paperwork is accurate. The person who knows the emergency procedure. The person who stays calm when something actually happens. That's when these certificates become more than cards in your wallet. They become part of your professional value. And remember why these certifications exist. People are sleeping inside shelters. People are working inside commercial buildings. Workers are on construction sites. Families are inside residential buildings. When fire protection systems are impaired, a trained person may become part of the temporary protection helping keep those people safe. Your patrol could be the reason a fire is discovered early. Your inspection could be the reason an obstructed exit gets cleared before an emergency. Your call could save critical time. So getting certified isn't where your responsibility ends. It's where the responsibility begins. Let's recap. Do the actual job attached to your certificate of fitness. Conduct required patrols. Keep accurate records. Know what hazards you're looking for. Report emergencies without unnecessary delay. Don't allow unrelated duties to interfere with a required fire watch assignment. Never falsify or misuse certification records. Stay away from cheating and compromised exam material. Use current FDNY information. And remember that FDNY can suspend, revoke, or refuse to renew certificates of fitness. Your certification has value. Protect it. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to Industry Exams Plus. We have more coming for NYC security guards and FDNY certificate of fitness candidates, including F-01, F-02, F-03, F-04, F-60, F-80, F-89, practice quizzes, study guides, exam tips, and career information. Visit industryexamsplus.com for study guides, practice exams, quizzes, and more NYC security career resources. Study smart. Know your responsibilities. Protect your certification. Build your career. Industry Exams Plus. Prepare smarter. Stay ready. I'll see you in the next video.